Hey guys, what's up? This is S2. Just sitting here about to work through some coding problems, trying to increase the coding skills. You can never be too good. So what we're doing is Project Euler. For people that haven't heard about it, it's a nice little site that gives really good coding challenges that will help you practice and get better. The reason we're doing this is because coding careers and computer science in general is exploding and the opportunities are really good. So brushing up on skills, getting better, that's always a good thing. So this is the Project Euler page. Hopefully this is better in the actual video. If you go to archives here, you get a list of all the problems. There's 556 to tackle through, and they get harder as you go. As you can see, people get this mindset where they're like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get better. So you see 600,000 people have solved number 1, and as you get lower, it drops a lot. Kind of just goes to show people's interest levels in things. So if you're going to set out to really work through these, like, you definitely want to commit and get to it, and you'll definitely see the outcome of it as you get better, and you'll get the fruits of your labor as you get that $100,000 a year job, which is pretty easy in computer science if you land the right tech, or if you land with the right company and you practice your skills and know what you're talking about. So let's get to it. Work on number 1. If we list all the natural numbers below 10 that are multiples of 3 or 5, we get 3, 5, 6, and 9. The sum of these multiples is 23. Find the sum of all multiples of 3 or 5 below 1,000. Below 1,000. Okay, interesting. So we're going to do this in Python. Python's super easy language to work with. Syntax is very simple compared to other languages like C++, even though C++ is faster. If you're interested, Python runs C under the covers. It's kind of an interpreter for C, and then it runs it in the back as a program. But yeah, you can just Google that stuff. So if you want some comments, let us know what we're working with. Some of the numbers that are multiples of 3 or 5. So we're going to want to loop through the numbers that we input. So input equals, now apparently input is an actual field in Python, and that's why it's showing up as blue. So int input equals 1,000. For n is less than 1,000. So you want to initialize the variable sum. Is that an actual feature too? Oh, whatever. Multiple sum. Another good thing in coding is to have variables that are actually meaningful named. So when you're looking at other people's stuff, you know what it's doing. Which that's highly undervalued, I guess, is variable names in self-documenting code. Basically, in enterprise level software, you are working with other people's code more often than you may be working with your own. So it's good that you write it in a way that other people can understand what's going on. So initialize mult sum equals 0, and because of what I've just said, we'll go with multiple sum. If n modulo 3 equals 0, or n modulo 5 equals 0. So modulo is basically just divide something by something, a number, and take the remainder of it. So if we have 6 modulo 5, that would equal 1. So if you have 3 modulo 3 equals 0, that means it's a multiple. So that's what we want. So then we'll take multiple sum plus equals. Plus equals just takes the variable itself and adds it to itself with the number that you put in. So multiple sum plus equals n. And then we should just be able to just print multiple sum. I think that works because it said less than 1,000. So less than 1,000. I'm also working with Linux because it's very easy to do Python stuff with. It's actually just really easy to code in when you're working with open source software. Because Linux is open source, it loves open source, new meta, new hotness. Yeah, I don't have a shortcut for terminal, huh? Just go to terminal, open a terminal. Go to the directory where our Euler problems are. We'll run number 1 pi. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's not how you do loops in Python. It's for n in range. Forgot the actual syntax. I'll have to look that up. Run loop so many times. In Python, this should be easy. I normally just loop through arrays. We didn't even use our int input value for n in range. Int input. And I feel like that's gonna actually run the 1,000. Apparently Python also goes 0 and 1. Huh. Oh, you thought this would be easier. I mean, I guess you could do a while loop. Yeah, so this is going to give values from 0 to 1,000, or 0 to 999. 0 is, I don't think we really care about that. I think we can just do n plus equals 1. That'll give us what we want. Multiple sum is not defined. Multiple sum is defined, it's right here. Multiple. Yeah, multiple. Alright, so this is what we got. So based on the example Project Euler gave us, 33, that's wrong. That's not what I'm looking for. Should be 23? 3, 5, 6, and 9. Let's just print n. Three, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 33. Why are we getting 10 and 33? This should be easier than this. Apparently this range is not doing what we think it's supposed to be doing. I mean, because we've definitely got 3, 5, 6, and 9. Print n. It's going to 10, but where's this 33 coming from? Oh my gosh. Oh, 33 was our sum. Okay, so it is running 10. That's what it's doing. I didn't think it was supposed to run 10. Yeah, so input minus 1. 23. Now we're good. So now we can do this to 1,000. Okay, so this is putting our n here. So the thing would be 999. So it's definitely hitting that value. So let's put this in Euler. Again, this problem is super easy, and I've just made it look like a douche. Apparently we got to sign in to submit. Ugh. It seems like it would just sign us in automatically after we register, because usually when you register for something, the intent is to use it. So, kind of mad by that. You can also do these on HackerRank, which is something I was considering doing, but one, it's backwards, and two, it doesn't have all the problems. Basically, you can just code right here in any of the languages you want. But we'll just... the advantage with HackerRank is you get the points, and companies can look through your HackerRank profile and see how many challenges you've completed, which that's actually really good. So we'll just do this. Submit this here. 05368. Watch this be wrong. Oh, it's right. Cool. So we'll also go here. Read input from standard out. We'll just copy our Python code. No, do not submit. Just run it. Apparently I still had a print case in there. We're supposed to read from... Read input in Python. Okay, yeah, the HackerRank thing actually does it a little bit differently. Raw input, that's what I thought it was. Input equals raw input. Insert num. So that actually makes more sense. Didn't really want to save that. Your output. Well, either way we got this right on the Euler. But I'm not getting the input here. If you want to have a numeric value, just convert it. Apparently an O1 solution, huh? So this is the iterative solution because I'm doing a for loop. And if you have 1,000 numbers, you'll execute through this code 1,000 times. If you have an O1 solution, you just go through it once. Usually your program's a lot faster that way for huge inputs. Is this what I want? I don't know, I keep trying to save it. Raw input Python. This is actually a thing. Single line containing sentences. Sentence S. Saying there's 500 sentences. Oh. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Alright, start up a Python shell. N equals raw input num 10 print and then 10. Alright, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, people. What the hell? The shit you say to me. My string is raw input. Print my string. Name raw input. Hey, what's your name? This is Python 3. Oh, that's definitely wrong. Alright, so we're just gonna have all these random ass print statements in our code, just so we get something here and we can debug stuff. Yeah, I don't care about that. I knew that was gonna be wrong. Wrong answer. So we got 2 and 0. So we actually input 2. And of course that's going to be 0. Is this really how it's given it to us? How are we supposed to be able to read multiple raw inputs? Oh, that's the number of inputs. Okay. I get it now. Helps when you actually read things. So num inputs. And again, I don't like the for loops in Python. Alright, whatever. So we'll store our inputs in a list. This way is a good data structure to store multiple things in. It's kind of like an array. A couple advantages to a list over an array. So we'll do inputs.append. Let's do. Actually, didn't want to do that. Let's waste this. For n in inputs. For n. So our shit locked. List object attribute append is read only. Oh, yeah, you can't really assign it. So we'll just put our input equals. Then you need to do it like this. So this is what we wanted to do. All right, we got our two values. Oh, we apparently added both of them. So this actually needs to be initialized each time we get to a new test case. and this needs to be at the end of this loop. Struggle, struggle, struggle. Alright, we passed. What? Runtime errors. I don't know why we can't view the test cases. Whatever.